Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we are fulfilling a requested video which is freezer organization. So today I am organizing the bottom part of my fridge freezer, and I'm just going to share that with you guys today. So if you have any home improvement type content that you would like to see, please leave it in the comments below and I will see what I can do for you. So if you love home improvement type content, then feel free to hit that subscribe button, and let's jump straight into today's video. Okay, so this is the fridge freezer that we are talking about. I do have another upright freezer in the laundry here, but honestly it just houses like glass containers and that's it. It doesn't need organizing, but this is this one, and you can see this is what we've got going on here. It doesn't look too bad actually, admittedly, at the moment, but it definitely needs a declutter. And then I have this one here, which is a bit deeper, a bit more, you know, cluttered, and it definitely needs a bit of a, you know, TLC in here. And then I've got this one here, which honestly I just put icy poles and Charlie's snacks in. And then over here, which is supposed to be for the ice, is all the like first aid packs and stuff like that. So that is how this freezer is looking like at the moment. Oh my gosh, look at how disgusting that is. I've never cleaned this before. Shame on me, right? Gross. Okay, so I did forget to share with you how I've actually measured this up, which is a pretty important step. So basically you can see where the handle is, how it goes in. So basically I could have had a organizer that was shorter but longer, or I could have had a organizer that was taller but shorter, and that was just due to the sheer size of, you know, how it comes out at the bottom and then in at the top. So yeah, that's a really important, because when you're actually buying the organizers for it, you really do need to see, you know, have specific measurements so you know what you can buy. And if you do both sizes, it's easy to find organizers, because obviously you know, there's more organizers, I suppose, that come in those sizes. So if you do want to know about how to purchase organization products, I did do a full video on this, and I'll leave it in the description box for you. While everything is out there, this is where I've had to put it, and just literally had to shove everything into the freezer, because obviously I don't want to leave things that need to be defrosted and stuff like that. So it's not really ideal, but it's just a temporary home at the moment. I cannot believe how gross and gunky the bottom of this was. The cat hair was the bit that just got me. Like, what the hell? The cats don't even have food or anything in this area, so I don't understand how it got in there. But anyway, we're going to deal with that now. These were a bit of a pain to dry because they had lots of little grooves where the tracks are. So I did have to make sure that these were fully dry, otherwise they might not go in properly, and you don't want extra ice in your freezer if you don't need it in the freezer. So this butter knife and tea towel trick did a great job at getting into those grooves. Okay, so the organizers we're going to use today is this one here from Kmart. It is just from the fridge section. So when you're shopping, just look for something that has the freezer logo on it. That way you know that it is a freezer safe product, and you are able to use it in your freezer. The other thing that I liked about it is the fact that it had a little dividers in it as well. So if I want to divide up my food, it gives me that extra option. The next item I am using is these fridge baskets. These were also from Kmart. These were recycled from my fridge organization video. I will leave that also linked in the description box below. I did end up swapping these ones out for a longer one, which you would have seen in one of my other organizing videos.
And I also got this one, which is a Tupperware lid holder. This is again from Kmart, again recycled from one of my old videos. I did used to put my daughter's kids cutlery in there. So they're the products. That one again, I don't think that's freezer safe and I don't think it's available, but that's what we're using today. Starting off in the smallest drawer, I'm just popping in the organizer, and then I'm just going to use all those little dividers to divide up all my different types of ice creams and snacks for Talia. Next of all, I'm just popping in all of those fridge baskets, and I'm just going to use those to divide up my veggies and just my other sort of miscellaneous bits and pieces that you put in to add into meals. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm making sure that I'm folding it over, that I'm actually able to see either the name of the product or like the print of, you know, the picture of what the actual item is. So then I don't have to move anything around to actually see what it is. I can actually see everything at a glance. Yes, I know this is not pretty and is definitely not going to win a Pinterest award, but it definitely does make sense and it is super cheap. The next category is my miscellaneous drawer. So these are just all the bits and pieces that I might use during baking, or, you know, for making smoothies or milkshakes, or just putting with desserts and stuff like that. Then in the grey divider that I did buy, the fridge basket, I'm actually just going to put Talia's bits and pieces that will be for her kinder. So these are like your ice packs and stuff like that. I have no idea what she'd done with them because now I was using a first aid bag this week. Yes, very embarrassing, Mum. Anyway, we still got the food cold, and then I'll probably just put yogurts and stuff like that in there that I've prepped into her little pouches, her reusable pouches. So this is what it looks like from the outside. You can already see it looks way more organized than what it was. I have ended up keeping the like first aid stuff in this section. I know it's an ice tray, but I never use it. I don't even like cold water. I always go tap water, even to the point where I'll actually ask people in the shop if they've got something on the shelf. I hate having really cold drinks. So yeah, that just does not get used. So we're going to use it for that. And then in the top drawer, this is probably Talia's little palace in here of yummy food. So we've got the donuts, then we've got her ice creams, and then we've got some Hydrolite Icy Poles. Okay, this section is more of the random stuff. So you're probably wondering why I've got this one just sitting in here by itself and its loneliness. I really wanted something that has dividers that I can take in and out of. So it's very versatile, but then I can also separate my food and stuff. So this here I'm actually going to be using for Talia's lunches and stuff like that for kinder. In here I've just got all the bagged stuff of, this is all divided up meat. So often I do this with meat because it is just the two of us. So that is just going to be our meat section where I'm going to be using the baggies. And then I've got some pineapple pieces. In the back here is just more random stuff here. So this is all just the stuff that is just really random, to be honest. And it's always good to have a miscellaneous drawer. If you're finding it hard to find space, these bags are fantastic because everything can be upright. And it's like the file folding system, you know, you can actually see everything that you've got in there, and because it's all the same size, it's just much easier to stack. But I really want my freezer to be something that is really easy and I don't have to think about it. I can just put everything in there and go. So the reason why they're in pouches is purely because I'm dividing them for food purposes, not because I want to decant everything, and it's just a waste of time, to be honest. Then in the bottom, now this area here was harder for me to organize, I must admit. So in this box here is all my frozen veggies, and I've just folded everything over so you can actually see what's on there. And yeah, then that way I can easily determine what I'm getting out of the freezer. This section here is all the other stuff that you can use for meals that isn't technically veggies, even though chips are potatoes, I just put them in here anyway. Yeah, so I've got the French fries, I've got some they're like popcorn chicken things, nuggets, and then I've got garlic bread, which Talia loves with her soups and that. So yeah, these are more like stuff to make up meals, and you could say like this here is as well, like with your, you know, bacon and pineapple pieces and all that's for smoothies. Like everything is sort of to go with something, it's not pre-made. So that is this freezer, and I thought I'll quickly share with you how the other one is as well so you can see. This is my other freezer, which is in my laundry area. So I'll just show you how that's looking. So this is how it pretty much looks all the time. That's why I said I don't need to organize it. It did have drawers in here, and I found that it would get really frozen over really quickly. You can see it's already starting to, so we're needing a defrost soon. But yeah, I just got rid of them because it was easier. The only problem with doing that is sometimes these slide out because it does get like a little bit slippery in here, so it can slide out and it can break. But I've only had that happen to me a couple of times, so cross fingers it's not something that keeps occurring. But yeah, this is how this area is looking, and I just added in, which was in the other freezer, these ones here, because these are again pre-made meals. I know they're not made by me, but there's no reason why they can't be in this freezer. So all the pre-made stuff that is just heat and go is in this freezer here. And then I've got some Lonely Icy Poles. They've always put these lot in here as well because they're just awkward in the other freezer. So that is pretty much how this freezer is looking, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.